Hey everyone, I'm Courtney and welcome to Coders of Color, where I teach everyday people how to navigate the web. And in today's video, I'm going to be honest. I've been the only black person on a lot of technical teams, and I'm going to talk about it. Yeah. Hey everyone, thank you for watching this video, liking this video, sharing this video, and if you're not already, please follow Coders of Color on whatever platform you may be viewing this video. So like I said in the intro, I've been a developer, designer, techie person, consultant professionally for about 13 years now, and many of the companies I've worked for or at, I have been the only or one of a few black team members, especially on technical teams. And I wanted to share some of my thoughts. I wanted to condense them down and, provide actionable tips that I would have told my 20-year-old self. So here are 5 tips on how to navigate being the only black developer on your team. Really only black professional maybe on your team, because it's not just technical. You know what I mean. But tip number 1 is acceptance. Acceptance is key. Look, if you're a person of color, specifically African-American working in tech in America, you have to kind of accept that you're entering into a vocation that historically has had lower numbers in terms of representation from our community. Now, in recent years, we've seen a lot of companies, agencies, organizations, nonprofits, startups make a greater effort at increasing diversity and making a greater effort at inclusion. But the fact is, and the truth is that it's still a work in progress. Acceptance doesn't mean being okay with it, but I do think it means understanding where we're currently at, and that it's likely a part of the climate that you're going to experience at any place or company that you end up working at. And I think it's something to recognize and understand, because it's an opportunity for you as an individual to figure out how you can contribute to making it better. Tip 2 is learn how to be an advocate. Having a position is great. Learning how to advocate for your position is even better. If you've been in a professional setting for any amount of time, you probably know by now that leaving an issue unaddressed often does not make it better or make it go away. So let's say you're on a team or in a department and you have an issue with the lack of diversity. Can you identify any stakeholders, team members, organizational groups that are committed to addressing that problem? Can you engage those individuals or groups in conversation, whether it be over coffee, a lunch, or in an official meeting, and learn about some of the nuances that go on around recruiting and hiring, and figure out how you can be a voice of reason or an advocate for new ideas and new ways of approaching different groups. Sometimes the best ambassador for change is you. And I know what you're gonna say. That's not my job. My company should be doing that. They need to do a better job of that. That's on my company. You're right. At the end of the day, I'd rather take the time and effort to be an advocate and hopefully reach out to new people than wait on my organization. The fact is that companies are made up of people, and sometimes we need points of exposure, we need help, we need suggestions to reach new people and implement new ideas. And that might be the difference between you being the only black person and person of color on your team, or you helping lead the way to cultivate change within your organization. Tip 3, build or join the community that you want. Really, build the community that you want to see in the world. A lot of companies have started, and agencies for that matter, have started ERGs, that's employee resource groups. And these groups are intended to offer support for employees that are a part of the company. So companies like Slack have a group called Mahogany for their black employees. Semantic has Cyber, and again, they're intended to foster community, provide professional and social support. So I'd say if your company doesn't have one of these officially or unofficially, figure out how you can start one. Identify stakeholders, again, that might be able to help you get this off the ground. See what other members of your team or colleagues, whatever department they may be in, might be interested in joining. If your company does have one, join it, get active. Again, even if no one else is from the tech side of things, go and learn and engage in building that community that might help you, deal with the experiences and interactions you're having at your place of work. 4, know who you are. This is probably much easier said than done for most people, and I understand that, but I think it's a very important point to make. And let's be honest, microaggressions and macroaggressions, they're gonna happen. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And I think it's important to understand that conflict or confrontation doesn't have to mean the end of a relationship, but it does mean the start of understanding and resolution. And resolution doesn't mean that we're friends. Resolution doesn't even mean that I like you. It does mean that hopefully we've been able to solve our dispute and our point of contention. And so one of the things I've gotten better at as I've gotten older and more experienced is teaching people how to treat me. When microaggressions or macroaggressions occur, I'm very quick to address it and let the offender know, like, that wasn't appropriate. This is why. I'd appreciate it if you don't cross that boundary again. And I understand why that can be uncomfortable for a lot of people, but the fact is that that's a skill set that you need to develop. I want to be clear. That is a soft skill that needs to be developed. I don't care if you're the best coder in the world. I don't care if you're the best employee in the world. The ability to have uncomfortable and difficult conversations and set clear boundaries is probably one of the most important soft skills that you could choose and attempt to develop. That soft skill is always going to serve you well. No one, I mean no one, one more time, no one has the right to sacrifice your comfort because of their ignorance, especially in your place of work. Number 5, remember that it's a job. Yes, I want you to be an advocate, and I want you to build or attempt to build your own community, and I want you to remember who you are and be comfortable in that, but I also want you to remember that it's a job. And the reality is that sometimes you're not in a position to impact the type of change that you would like and want to see at your place of employment. And that is okay. That's the reality of it for a lot of people. And if you're in a place where you're truly uncomfortable, or you feel unsafe, or you feel like it's causing, emotional or mental harm for you, it's okay to leave. It's okay to look for new places of employment, because ultimately change doesn't happen overnight, and we can only do and control, what we can. And so it's important to understand that for as much as you might want to help an organization or company grow and change and help them in their efforts of inclusion and diversity, if it's not moving at a fast enough rate, or if it's not real effort and growth and attempts that you're seeing, it's okay to move on from that place and find something that creates an environment that fosters a space for you to do your best work and for you to grow in the best way possible. That's just the reality of what it is. Okay, so those are some of my thoughts, very condensed thoughts about how I've kind of learned to navigate spaces being the only person of color, only black person, on my team. I'm sure that some people will agree. I'm sure that some people, might not. But, let me know your thoughts, share your stories. Tell me what else you think should be added to this list. Please be sure to follow Coders of Color on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I'll be making more videos, sharing more thoughts, experiences, along with training guides as well. So I'll see you next time, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video on YouTube. Please be sure to like and share. And if you're not already, subscribe to the Coders of Color YouTube channel and activate notifications to stay up to date with new videos from the Coders of Color YouTube channel, where I'll be helping everyday people navigate technology, the web, and code. See you later.